Another investment firm delivering some surprising numbers. SoftBank turning an $11 billion profit, helped largely by DoorDash. Deirdre Bosa has those numbers, and maybe I should call them golden eggs?
That's right. The golden egg comeback, perhaps, that continues. Less than a year ago, Morgan, SoftBank posted its worst financial results ever. Masa-san held up an illustration of unicorns falling headfirst into what he called the valley of coronavirus. Last night, though, he used a very different analogy and illustration. Here you see it. A golden goose laying golden eggs, each egg titled SoftBank's biggest and most profitable investments. DoorDash, you mentioned, has earned the Vision Fund more than $8 billion in paper gains. And today, the food delivery app announcing its acquisition of Chowbotics, a robotic startup that also fits very nicely into that Masa-san 300-year vision narrative. Open Door, Lemonade, and Qualtrics, among other wins for the Vision Fund. The same fund, by the way, guys, I know you haven't forgotten, ridiculed not that long ago for making that huge failed bet on WeWork ahead of its implosion. But SoftBank, now firmly an investment holding company, reported an $11 billion net profit. And that, guys, has led shares to their highest level since its dot-com peak decades ago. And back then, Masa-san had taken stakes worth very little when you think about it now in Alibaba and Yahoo Japan. That would turn out to be hugely lucrative, but it was also right before he nearly went bankrupt as the internet bubble burst. And guys, it goes to tell you that Masa-san, he doesn't make little bets. He makes big bets, and sometimes they turn out, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think of Veruca Salt and Willy Wonka with the whole golden egg, I don't know, metaphor. But Deirdre, I am curious. I mean, is this a timing situation to a certain extent with SoftBank? The fact that it's passed some of those WeWork woes, it's had some names that have gone public that have done so well, or do you think Elliott has had a hand in this performance too?
Well, a lot of these investments were made before Elliott management got involved and started, telling Masa-san to do things a little bit differently. So what he's been saying for many, many years, decades actually, is be patient. You can't pick all winners, but over time, and this is what he calls his 300-year vision, over time, if you believe in the information technology revolution, things like robotics, artificial intelligence, then these bets are going to turn out. That is certainly what we saw with Alibaba. And it may be too soon to say. I mean, Morgan, it's a good question about timing because the markets have been on fire, the IPO market in particular. So right now is a very good moment, but we shouldn't forget that his public market investments, they actually haven't been doing very well. Again, he would probably say, though, that time will tell, and that has certainly been the case for Masa-san.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.